Hey, what's up? So, I've recently got a lot of views from wage slavery, um, and I kind of wanted to go over wage slavery and the first few steps you should take if you're trying to not continue with your 9 to 5 job. And, I know that when you hate your job, I mean, your overall quality of life really sucks. When you're constantly going somewhere and spending most of your days at a job that you just do not like, that doesn't bring you joy, that doesn't bring you fulfillment, you really want to get out of there. And that's the frustrating part. And a lot of people, you know, they deal with this frustration through, on the weekend, drinking and after work, you know, just wanting to go home and watch TV and you know, really things that set people back. And I just kind of want to talk about the first few steps that you can take if you really want to get out of your job and, try to create a better lifestyle for yourself. And basically, I have three things that I want to share with you. And I'm not going to announce them, I'm just going to go through them one by one, and you can take it how you want to take it and use this knowledge, or you can, keep living the way you're living. But number one, the first thing I did, um, and all of this, I'll tell you a little short background on me. Um, I was going through a lot of stuff in my life, a lot of drugs and alcohol, living with my parents, and, there was a lot of alcohol in the house and a lot of, you know, it wasn't an easy lifestyle. So, um, actually, my auntie had, came across the movie The Secret, and this was like the first thing that, um, and I'm not gonna get into the law of attraction. I'm just telling you my story. Um, but The Secret kind of woke me up and made me realize, like, if you want to do something with your life, if something's not going right, you have to take the blame. You have to start by saying it's my fault that I'm in this situation. You could blame it on anybody else, but at the end of the day, if you don't blame yourself and you don't think you have control over your situation, you're not going to change it because you don't think you have control. So you got to realize that you have control. And this just really got me into reading and trying to figure out, I was $20,000 in debt, um, living a very poor lifestyle. Um, and I started reading, started exercising, and really changed my life that way. But a lot of things I started reading was about money, and that's the first thing I want to tell you: start learning how money works. That's what successful people know that a lot of poor people don't know is how money works. That's why people get into stocks. That's why people get into businesses. That's how people, you know, build credit. That's why people do all these things because they know how money works. You you have to learn how money works. You have to know how credit works, especially if you're going to go out and buy a car or a house or start a business on a loan. You need to know how these things work. You need to know how interest works. When I bought my first car, I didn't know how interest works. So my payments were $500 a month, and I'm sitting here like, how am I paying $500 a month? But every month, my overall payment is only going down like $280. So you got to know how money works. You got to know how interest works and what you're really paying. You're paying $500, only 280 is going towards the actual payment. So what's all that other money? That's interest. You got to know how that works. And you got to understand the value of the dollar. The value of the dollar goes down every year. This is why people invest instead of doing savings. Savings, you get like maybe 1% if you're lucky, you know, and that doesn't keep up with inflation. If you think about it, milk today costs maybe $3. 5, 10 years from now, it's probably gonna be 4.55. You know, gas fluctuates. Um, a loaf of bread. I remember I could go to a bread store and get a loaf of bread for $1. Now you can't find a loaf of bread for under $3. And it's these things that make you realize, okay, I could save my money, but that dollar that bought that loaf of bread 10, 20 years from now isn't going to buy me a loaf of bread. Now, if you put it into the stock market and you get a share, you get a stock that's $1 a share, and in 20 years that stock goes up to $5. Now you can buy two loaves of bread almost with that $1 you invested. So you got to understand how money works, um, and also put your money into things that will increase in value. All these Jordans that people are buying, like, yeah, it's a possibility that some Jordans may be worth money if you never wear it, but people are wearing them. They're not buying it to collect it, and some people are, and some people have made money off of that. These cars that you buy off the lot, $20,000, and then 5 years from now they're only worth 8,000 with a trade-in value of 6,000. So you got to understand how money works. You want to invest in things that will increase in value. So the number two thing I want to talk about is, after you've learned about money, and saving it is so detrimental to escaping this wage slavery. You have to save money. You have to be able to have that cushion. You have to be able to have something that you can invest so you're not living paycheck to paycheck. And that means, creating a surplus of income compared to your spending. That means cutting your spending however that is possible for you. You have to figure that out. I don't know your living situation. You have to figure that out. So, number two, I'll get into number two. Number two is investing in yourself. If you don't like your job, if you don't like what you're doing, you may not want to escape the wage slavery. You may not want to escape your job. You may just want a different job. It may just be the job that's dissatisfying you. But not only that, you have to invest in yourself, meaning books. Invest in the stuff that you want to learn. In order to earn more, in order to create value, you have to put value into yourself. You have to know something that makes you valuable to other people. You have to invest in yourself. Reading, courses, you know, um, getting licensed, like real estate license and stuff like that, and really investing your time and money into things that will help you grow as an individual, that will make you more valuable. Um, and then I'll get into number three, which is create value. And this is the part where you're actually going to escape wage slavery, when you can create value to other people. So, first you want to save money. You want to learn about money, how it works, what to invest in, all those things. Two, you want to invest in yourself. So take the time to learn, you know, um, to create value. And three is to, you know, create value to other people. So if you want to learn marketing, if you want to learn real estate, if you want to start your own business, you got to learn that the only way people are going to pay you is if you create value in their lives. So, you know, pick there's two ways of doing business. You can offer a product or you can offer a service. Either way, you got to create value and give value to your customer. So, as far as like service, it could be um, marketing. You could help people by growing their business. You can help people by finding houses for them. You can provide products. You can provide furniture at a low cost. You can provide furniture that's unique to a specific market, but you have to be able to invest the time and the money, and the time is going to be mostly knowledge and putting it out there. And money is, if you're going to start a business, if you're going to start anything, you're going to need capital. You're going to need something to help achieve your goals. That's why I don't completely disagree with the job, because you need to start somewhere. You need to start making money. And, if you don't have a job, you can start by providing a service. People talk about mowing lawns, people talk about handyman work, whatever you can use to build yourself income stream. For most people, they can't quit their jobs because they're stuck in mortgages, or have families to take care of. So you kind of have to use your time wisely, and that's how you save money, you invest in yourself, you use your time wisely the way you think is going to be the most effective to get the most results. And that's all I have for you. I mean, these are the basic steps of basically being able to put yourself in a situation to where you can leave your job. And you got to save money, you got to learn how money works, you got to invest in yourself, and you got to provide a product or a service, or leverage your money very well. But you need a lot of capital to be able to just live off of investments alone, and that could take many of years. So my idea is never to get rich, my idea is never to not work. you know my idea is always to work, but to work at something that I love doing, so that it doesn't feel like work. Because when I get into my older age, when I'm 60, I still want to work. I still want to have a fulfilling life. I still want to do something that I believe in. I don't want to give up on life and just be sitting on the couch and, watching Judge Judy and drinking or something like that, like, oh, I'm retired. I don't do anything with my life. Like, I always want to work. I always want to bring meaning to life, whether I'm 60 years old and I get to write books, or, play an instrument or whatever. Um, just any way I can fulfill my day. But the idea is to do work that you love and to make a living from it. And the idea isn't to get rich. The idea is to make income streams that cover your um, lifestyle. So if you can live off $3,000 a month, that should be your goal, to make $3,000 a month doing something you enjoy, or at least something that doesn't make you feel like you're a wage slave. Something that you wake up and you're excited to do. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this was valuable. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below on any questions you have, and I'd be glad to answer them.